story timers! It's your favorite story timer, Annie, and her best pal, E. Hola, mi amigos! And today we're going to be doing something that I've been thinking of doing for a while now and hadn't had the time to do because of other video ideas. You know how it is. We're going to be doing me telling you guys my favorite people from each Hogwarts house. Yay! So if you didn't know, in the Harry Potter book series, there is houses of Hogwarts: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. And each house has a number of characters from many different generations, each with their own different quirks and personalities, like the houses themselves. As everyone knows about Gryffindor being for brave people, Hufflepuff being for the loyal, Ravenclaw being for the intelligent, and Slytherin being for the cunning. But there's more. Because beside Gryffindor being just for the brave, it's also for the daring, really. And like Ravenclaw beside intelligent, it's also for those with wit, and Slytherin can have self-preservation, and Hufflepuff being hard workers. And so, yeah, there's other traits that the houses look for, not just those main four. And I myself have read the Harry Potter series multiple times in order. Like the first time I got it, I read it 3 times in a row. That's how good it is. But then I got tired of it and just decided to go on for other books, because a girl can't read all 7 books her whole life. That's way too little. And after studying everyone, I've put people into categories. So today, we're going to be talking about my most favorite people from each house, starting with Gryffindor. Hermione Jean Granger. You know her, you love her, the quirky girl who was supposed to be in Ravenclaw but chose Gryffindor instead, which got her into a lot of goodness because yes, I think she is actually really brave besides being intelligent. And yes, sometimes she is annoying, but that's exactly what Ravenclaw Gryffindors are. Us Ravenclaws, like me, can be rather annoying sometimes, putting all of our smarts onto people who don't deserve it or need it at the moment, really. And it sometimes gets into a lot of bad tropes. But Hermione has her smarts and her bravery as well, especially when she took a time turner in the 3rd book with Harry to go and save Buckbeak and Sirius Black. That took a lot of bravery and smarts. So yes, she deserves Gryffindor just as much as she deserves Ravenclaw. But why did I pick her as my favorite Gryffindor? Well, first of all, she's female. And you might think, isn't Harry Potter the main character of the series? Yes, he is. But is he really that likable? Not really. Because in the 5th book, being 15, he is starting puberty. But that doesn't mean he has to lash out and put all his anger on other people, like his 2 best friends, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. Because what he wants is for Dumbledore to just have one good word with him. But that's a little bit stuck-up snobbish, don't you think? Like the headmaster of Hogwarts having time to speak to you, of all people, Harry? That's a little bit something, isn't it? Because Harry is just one of the many, many students at Hogwarts. But yeah, being the chosen one sort of gets to your head, I guess. Which is why I like Hermione. She's different. Yes, she's really intelligent, but she doesn't brag about it. And she also gets really hurt when people call her a know-it-all, because it's a little bit mean. Yes, she does know it all, but it's only because she's read every single book at Hogwarts from the front to the back, even starting with the preface. And yeah, not really her fault. She's just intelligent. But it's why you need good friends to back you up. Also, after Gryffindor, as Hermione, we have Hufflepuff. And that's where Cedric Diggory comes in. The most Gryffindor Hufflepuff person I can think of. Lots of people should be in Gryffindor. And the reason I like Cedric Diggory is not just because he's the most well-known Hufflepuff, but because he was chosen for the Triwizard Tournament. And he's also, like his dad wants him, like Amos Diggory, like he wants Cedric Diggory to be proud and boastful and just be the best in everything he could possibly be. But Cedric doesn't want that. He's a really humble, modest kid. And you can like that for him, because all Hufflepuffs have that good, simple trait about them, where there's nothing, extremely special about them, which is why they go into the Hufflepuffs' house because she just took in everyone else who wasn't brave or cunning or smart. She took in the rest, which is why Cedric Diggory falls greatly in the Hufflepuff category, and it's why I like him, because he did well. He actually helped Harry with the tasks and telling him what to do by going into the water with the egg and just sort of mulling it all over. So, yeah, Cedric Diggory, rest in peace, man. Voldemort didn't deserve to kill you. You were too mighty for him. Now, that's the reason I like Cedric. So after Cedric, we go on to Ravenclaw House. And yes, if Hermione was in Ravenclaw House, I would have picked her right then and there. But there are other Ravenclaws too, like Luna Lovegood. Wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure. The reason you can like Luna, and everyone should like Luna, is because she's different. She's her own age and friends with Ginny, who I think is really nice to make friends with Luna, because everyone calls her Loony, but no one should call Luna Lovegood Loony, because she isn't. She matches her house perfectly, because her intelligence, like her wit, she has wit, and all of that. She can be very, very fun, and the way she just speaks her mind, that is a really Ravenclaw trait, because us people, we speak our minds. And in a sense, that just gets down really, really well, doesn't it, Edie?
Yeah!
What house do you think you're in?
I think I'm in the orange one.
There's no orange house, E.
Yes, it's called EOE.
EOE?
No, ELE.
ELE?
EOE. I don't know how to say it, just like EOE.
Ellie?
I don't know, just the one with all the E's. You know the orange colored one?
Okay, E. I get you.
Thank you, Annie.
You're welcome, E. So, yeah. There's Luna Lovegood. She is just there. And there's multiple times where she walks into a room, and as Harry describes it, looking like she just wandered in on accident. But every single time she's there, she always moves the plot. Instead of the plot moving the character, in the sense, it's her who gets moved by the plot. And yes, sometimes she is the plot herself. And it's just really special to me to think that she has her own main character probabilities, and really, she's just great. Like all those animals that she thinks are real, which probably are very much real, like all those waxbirds and nargles and crumplehorn snorkax. To make up such things, that takes a lot of imagination, which is another trait that Ravenclaws have. And there's really just nothing wrong with her. So next time you meet Luna Lovegood, instead of calling her Loony, you can just say hi and maybe ask her how her day's going. Just treat her like everyone else. Because indeed, at the end of the day, she is like everyone else. Now for the last house, Slytherin. And you might be thinking, Annie, how can you have a favorite Slytherin? They're the horrible and meanest, just cruelest people on the planet. Think again. Because did you forget Narcissa Malfoy? Okay, now I'm going to veer off children for a bit. Because yes, Draco Malfoy's actor Tom Felton is the most handsomest actor in all of Harry Potter history, but that does not make him a good person, bullying Harry all the time, and then crying because he couldn't fulfill a destiny at the age of 16. So we're going to cut him off the good Slytherin list and go to Narcissa Malfoy, his dear, sweet mother. The feeling you just have at the beginning of the last book, or the sixth book really, the beginning of the sixth book, when she's with her sister and she's just running with all her might, ignoring her sister's pleas, just trying to plead and beg Severus Snape to help her son because she loves him. She's overly protective, but all mothers can be overly protective at times. And Draco Malfoy is branded with a dark mark at the age of 16 and doesn't know his own responsibilities. Because 16-year-olds just hit puberty as boys, and they're the most cockiest fellows in the history of the world. So just the sense Narcissa has to ask her dearest male friend for help. And the fact that Lucius Malfoy is actually in jail at this moment just makes it even more worse that they had to punish Draco Malfoy by making him like a Death Eater at the age of 16. So, yeah. Narcissa Malfoy is just the most sweetest female bad guy in all the history of the series. She's also just there. And besides that, she also gets the best arc ever by lying to Voldemort. And how does she do that? Well, for someone who can do legilimency, actually mind reading, as I feel like that's the better name, because legilimency could be something else, but anyway. Because Voldemort can mind read, right? But to actually properly read someone's mind, you need to have eye contact. But when Narcissa Malfoy said that Harry was dead, she wasn't looking at Lord Voldemort. She was looking at Harry's body. So it's a perfect sense that Narcissa just wanted to save her son, just wanted to see if he was okay in the last book. It gives her this very motherly aspect. And there are other mothers in Harry Potter, like Molly Weasley, who does her own motherly thing too by killing Bellatrix Lestrange. And I don't think Narcissa cared if her sister got killed, because she probably dislikes her sister at this point for just being so ruthless and cruel. And liking that her nephew was just going to be in the hands of Lord Voldemort as a Death Eater at this small and innocent and very naive age. And you can just feel for her. Come on, have a heart. Just because she's the wife of a Death Eater doesn't make her the bad person here. She's actually, I feel like, one of the best women in all of the Harry Potter series. No, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Yes, actually Hermione is also a woman in the series too, but she's second best in my heart because Narcissa Malfoy fulfills the role of a mother. She does exactly what a mother needs to do. She wants to care for her son, protect her son, go so far as to make an unbreakable vow with Severus Snape. And it's something that, when you look at it, Narcissa Malfoy in the series has a very, very, very psychologically damaging role. Because you think of it, if she's a Death Eater, you're thinking she's going to be bad, she's going to be horrible. But she actually, all the actions she does throughout the series, she has heart. She's a good person. Yes, she was a Slytherin, but not all Slytherins are evil. Because at the end of the day, really, aren't all of us cunning? Aren't all of us self-preservation types of people? And yes, she does deserve to be in Slytherin. Because self-preservation for her son, and for herself really, is something that she cared for deeply, causing her to stay as Slytherin role, even if she is the best of all Slytherins. So, this is the end of my thoughts on the top people of each Hogwarts house. Do you agree with me? Do you think I could have chosen someone different? And if so, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't be afraid to talk. I'm new here with the comments, so I want to hear your opinions, because you guys have been silent for way too long. So it's your time to shine. And believe me, I want to see you shine. So this seems to be the end. Tune in next time for more awesome adventures with Anytime Storytime and her beautiful pal E. Goodbye, everybody. Adios, mi amigos.
Bye.